When someone is added as an authorized user, that means they are not financially responsible for Welcome to the 700 Club. I'm gonna need you to leave that 4, that 5, and that 600 credit score at the door. I'm your girl Nika Johnson, and I am a credit coach and budgeting expert, and I help people take control of their money. That's right. Today, I'll be giving you the credit hacks. Credit card hacks, credit card plays. Let's go ahead and get into it and drop these gems. Number 1, yes, the rule of thumb is to keep your credit card utilization below 30%, but you really want to keep it below 10%. If you don't know how to calculate your credit card utilization, which is the second component of your credit score, aka that adult GPA, the highest component at that is you want to take your total credit card limits times 0.30. That's the dollar amount you don't want to revolve over. Now I'm challenging you to take it a little step further and keep it below 10%. What you do is take your total credit card utilization times 0.10 on a calculator, and that tells you don't want more than 10% revolving over. Keep your balances low as possible, pay them on time. This is how you're going to get access to higher tiers of credit. Before we continue, be for sure you like, comment, and subscribe, and show your girl some love, because I'm giving y'all free game out here. It's the real, it's the raw, and I'm giving it to you in bite-sized pieces. So do me a favor, tell a friend and tell a friend to go ahead and subscribe to Budget Your Success channel, and like and comment, subscribe, and turn on your post notifications. Another thing is make sure you pay your credit card off by the statement date. That's right. This right here, this is a cycle. It's going to tell you when that statement cycle closes. If you don't know, always call your creditor. They are friendly. They will help you, okay? But call them, and you want to pay by the statement date and not by the due date. That's why you want to be able to make for sure you're paying it off in full. So controlling the amount that you're spending and not going outside that budget, because you don't want those high balances according to the credit bureaus. If you need to, get added as the authorized user. That's right. Piggyback off of someone that has good credit, low balances, and on-time payment history to go ahead and give you that length of credit history and just the history that has been built with that transaction of that trade line. So I'll tell people, do not put kids on your credit cards. Your credit can change. Don't put a 5-year-old on your credit card, because in 13 years something could change. Wait till they're of age, at least at the age of 18. Add them as an authorized user, because if you did it at the age of 5 or 18, they're still going to get that whole total length of credit history. So just wait until they're older. When you're adding someone as an authorized user, they don't need a credit card. That's right. They just need your social security number information so they can contact the creditor and add you. One thing to add is when someone is added as an authorized user, that means they are not financially responsible for the debt. So if you give them a credit card and they max it out, you are responsible for that. Another thing is request limited increases. Don't feel like you need to get a new credit card or new credit card. Request a limit increase. When you're logging into your account and ask every year, what is the update of your income? The more your income increases, the higher your income, the higher tiers of limits that you can be able to have access to. But be for sure you updating that, because you'll see an increase or bump in the next few months just off of that. That helps. But don't be afraid to ask. And typically that is a hard inquiry in your credit report. Another thing is reduce your spending limit. That's right. Low balances, on-time payment history, reduce that limit, because you don't want to be high risk to them, because if you are, they could reduce your credit card limit or close your credit card, and then now you're in a rut that you can't get yourself out of sometimes. So reduce that spending limit. Another trick is that you can hide your credit card utilization by building business credit. That's right. Your business credit cards typically are not going to report to your personal credit unless you default. Be careful with that Capital One Spark, because that is going to show on your personal side. But typically this is a way that you can hide your utilization by using your business credit cards. Sometimes, yes, we don't always want to apply, but sometimes it's not a bad idea to apply for new credit cards that's going to give you more buying power. So let's say, for example, you have a total credit credit card limit's a $5,000 limit, you apply for another credit card and it gave you a total amount of $5,000. You add all that together, you get $10,000. So you see where I'm going? You once had $5,000 total, now you got $10,000, and that gives you more buying power. Another credit card hack that I love sharing with people is, now, small disclosure, you need to be financially responsible. I'm not saying getting a credit card and max it out and going outside your means, but if you can, start putting all your bills on your credit card and paying off every month, and this is how you travel hack. This is how people are getting first class seats around the world. I'm talking about the ones that lay back. You know, the ones that give you food when you're on a flight, that give you house shoes and a robe or like a token treat bag. That's what I'm talking about. Complimentary champagne and drinks. But if you put all your bills on your credit card and use only that one major or two credit cards, watch your points stack up, right? This is how we can be able to save money. This is another trick. Another hack is typically that first year when you get a credit card and there's an annual fee, there are ways around it to be able to get that removed. So you will want, typically, for example, the Amex, there's an annual fee of $695. You will want to wait until it posts to your account and do something called a retention call. So it will go something like this. A retention is basically to convince you to keep the card. Like, why is this valuable? And so they'll be willing to waive that fee as long as you keep using that card, and going forward you will be financially responsible for paying that annual fee. Or there'll be credit cards that give you sign-up bonuses, and this is a way to travel hack and to stack up points based off that sign-up bonuses. It may be spend $3,000 in 3 months and you'll get 50,000 points. Those are things that you can be able to do on how to leverage. So just think about it from an aspect of your already monthly bills that you got to pay for your car maintenance, for gas or your utilities. That's money you already got to spend. When you leverage it, your credit, by using that same credit card and paying those same bills and paying off every month, this is how we're stacking those points, especially when there's rewards. This is why I don't really care for those retail cards. We want to get the most value of our dollar. Another tip is a retention offer. So if you're asking yourself, what is a retention offer? It's basically those that are interested in canceling the card for whatever reason and they want to retain you. They want to keep you. So there's some type of offer if they could retain your business. And this is going to be a win-win for both parties involved. So typically how you have that conversation to avoid or to be able to get that one-time annual fee removed, you want to kind of start something like this. Be sure to avoid using the word canceled, like closing this card out. You could be like, hey, my name is such and such. I have this card, example Amex or Chase, Southwest Airlines, and I'm considering, you know, maybe not keeping this card for a period of time, not really understanding the value or the benefits for this. You can ask, is there any current special offers or retention offers that you may have? But ultimately, you want to make for sure you are leveraging your credit, and you can do so by applying these different types of credit card hacks to make for sure you are balling on a budget, okay? That's right. Before we get out of here, I just got one question for you. Is that in your budget?